Antarctica is the most remote place on Earth, covered in ice for millions of years, untouched, lifeless, or so we're told. But beneath the ice, something ancient is buried. In 1513, a map was drawn that shouldn't exist, showing Antarctica without ice. Mountains, rivers, coastlines centuries before satellites. In 1947, a U.S. Navy operation called High Jump sent over 4,000 men to the southern continent. Officially, it was for research, but the mission ended early, without explanation. Since then, flights have been restricted, satellites are limited, and discoveries go unreported. What is Antarctica hiding? And why do so many who go there stop talking about what they saw? Some secrets are too big to be spoken. Others are too dangerous to be acknowledged. Stay with us. The Pyre Reefs map was discovered in 1929, drawn by an Ottoman admiral in 1513. It includes parts of Europe, Africa, and South America with stunning accuracy. But one section stands out. At the bottom, a detailed coastline appears. It shows bays, rivers, and mountain ranges. Where day we see only solid white. Antarctica, without ice. Geologists say the continent has been frozen for millions of years, but the map suggests otherwise. Modern analysis compared the map to seismic data gathered by ice-penetrating radar. The match was nearly perfect. So, how did a 16th century sailor map terrain buried under miles of ice? Pyre Reefs himself claimed he used ancient sources, charts from civilizations long gone. If true, that means someone mapped Antarctica when it was still ice-free or had access to technology that could see beneath it. And that opens a very different question. Who was here before us? And why is their knowledge missing from every other chapter of history? In 1946, the U.S. launched the largest Antarctic expedition in history, Operation High Jump. 13 ships, 33 aircraft, over 4,000 military personnel, all headed to a continent of ice. Officially, the goal was to train troops and test equipment in cold conditions, but the size and secrecy of the mission suggested more. Then something strange happened. Just months after arrival, the operation was cut short. Admiral Richard Byrd, the leader of the mission, returned early. In a later interview with a Chilean newspaper, he made a startling claim. The U.S. must prepare to defend itself from aircraft that could travel from pole to pole in seconds. His words were never repeated. Some say he saw something, a structure, a craft, a civilization, but no official report was ever released. The mission's logs remain classified, and Antarctica, once the center of global attention, fell silent again. To this day, no official has explained why such a large force was sent or why it left so quickly. Over the past 2 decades, satellite scans and radar imaging have revealed strange formations under the Antarctic ice. Massive hexagonal patterns, magnetic anomalies, even what appear to be artificial structures, perfectly straight lines, concentric circles, and geometric forms. One location, near the Princess Elizabeth Station, emits strong electromagnetic pulses. Another site, the Wilkes Land Anomaly, shows a circular depression over 200 miles wide, with mass density far beyond natural expectations. Geologists say it could be a crater. Others believe it's something built. Several expeditions have attempted to investigate. Many were redirected. Some were abruptly canceled. The public explanations never match the patterns we see, because when data shows structure, someone always says it's an illusion. But maybe it isn't. Maybe what lies beneath is not only real, but active. And if that's the case, then the ice is more than just a barrier. It's a lid. Antarctica is the only place on Earth where no one can own land, governed by the Antarctic Treaty System, signed in 1959. It prohibits military activity, mineral extraction, and permanent settlements. On paper, it's for peace. In practice, it creates something else: silence. You can't go there without permission. You can't explore freely. And what happens beneath the ice stays beneath the ice. Even Google Earth blurs or removes key areas. Multiple nations have bases there. Russia, the US, China, often within miles of each other. But cooperation is tight-lipped. When dignitaries visit, they're flown to specific spots. No journalists, No footage, no questions. In 2016, the Russian Orthodox Patriarch visited Antarctica. So did John Kerry. So did Buzz Aldrin, all in the same year. What drew them there? What did they see? And why won't they speak of it? Could it be that they were shown something not meant for the public? Something still operational? Some say it's a lost civilization, a culture that existed before the last ice age, now buried under miles of snow. Others believe it's something older, not human, not natural. Ancient texts from multiple cultures speak of lands in the far south, places of knowledge, power, or exile. A few whisper that Antarctica was once Atlantis. And if that's true, then the ice isn't just hiding ruins. It's hiding a truth we were never meant to find. A truth that maps like Pyre Reefs try to preserve. A truth that operations like High Jump try to confront. A truth that treaties now protect by preventing anyone from going too deep. Because if there's a city under Antarctica, it changes everything. About history, about humanity, about who's really in control. And maybe that's why it's so quiet down there. Not because there's nothing beneath the ice, but because someone wants it to stay frozen. And silence, in the right conditions, can preserve more than secrets. It can preserve power.